Alright, just thought I'd do my predictions, getting this in when I can. First off, first things first, War, Luazo, do your thing, man. Like to see that guy make a comeback. Been a fan for a long time. Really wish he was able to beat Franklin back in the day. Getting into the fights, we got Evan Dunham versus Tyson Griffin. That's an interesting fight because Evan Dunham had to leave Team Couture because Tyson Griffin's been training there longer and go somewhere else to train. So that's an interesting dynamic for that fight. It's almost like Tyson Griffin has home field advantage. Tyson Griffin's always kind of bored me. I don't know. Some people really like him, but I never really got into him. I'm probably still sore about that Clay Guida fight. Dunham's really exciting. Dunham's come on the scene and really just thrown it all out there. And I actually think Tyson Griffin fights a lot like Efrain does. So when Dunham pulled that upset, that just told me a lot about Dunham. And I'm going to take Dunham in this fight. I'm feeling the upset here. I don't know. If I had any money to place on it, I'd place it on Dunham because I think he is an underdog. And I like his chances. He finishes fights. Tyson Griffin, not so much. Gilbert Yvel versus Ben Rothwell. I've been back and forth on this fight. It's just hard to predict because I don't know if Yvel still got it. And I don't know if Rothwell can hang with a striker like Gilbert. So, back and forth. I think I'm going to take Yvel just because Ben Rothwell has been TKO'd 4 times. And I think Yvel can do that. I think he can do it again. I worry about if the rounds go on. I think Rothwell has a better chance if it goes to the decision. It's funny, you look at both of those guys, and Ben Rothwell is the one with the better endurance. Moving along, Carlos Condit versus Rory McDonald. I'm going to go with Condit. That guy's a trooper. Probably going to pull out a decision. Grind one out. Yeah. Crow Cop versus Pat Barry. A lot of people are taking Crow Cop in this fight. I really think that's a mistake. I think Pat Barry, right now, he's living in the now, and Crow Cop is the past. Pat Barry, I think he's going to bring it. I very much see him getting a TKO or a KO here. He's going to be too much for Crow Cop. And, it's sad to say, but everyone has to age gracefully and just get out of their prime dominance, their peak, and leave it behind. It just happens. It's a part of life. So, I like Crow Cop. He's a great fighter. He has some great highlight reels out there. But I think it's Pat Barry's time to shine, and I see him taking it. I really like Pat Barry's personality. He's a real fun guy. Really, really funny. If you ever track down some interviews with him, he's just always really quick and really has some funny replies to any questions. And we got Chuck Liddell versus Rich Franklin, what this card is named after because it's the big main event. And let me just preface this by saying, even though this card doesn't have a title fight, I think it's a pretty decent card. I think it's better than, looking on the paper, better than the last card that didn't have a title fight, which is Jackson versus Evans. But this is a pretty good fight card. And I like this. I like the UFC's able to do this, put together a card that doesn't have a title fight, but still could be a decent card. That shows how strong they are. They don't have a title fight on this, and this is still pretty solid. Chuck Liddell, he looks good. They keep on saying he's refocused. They've said it a couple of thousand times, though, about how he has that spark back into his eyes, and he's in there for the kill. Rich Franklin's pretty consistent. He's not a huge power guy. He's more of a guy that will decision you with his stand-up. Chuck Liddell used to be a guy that could finish you with his stand-up, but now he's been the guy getting finished. I don't know if Franklin has the power to finish Liddell. I'm just going to go with who I like, and I like Chuck Liddell better than Franklin. And I think he has the power, and maybe the refocus. I'm not going to go there. He may not even have the refocus, but it's hard to call because everyone says he's had the refocus, and he has abs now. But I'm just going to go ahead and go with Liddell. I don't think Franklin can KO him. It's either going to be, to me, Liddell KO to Franklin, or Rich Franklin is going to get a decision. He's going to decision it out. I could see him playing a good outside game and luring Liddell into the middle and just side swiping him whenever he needs to and keeping the edge. Or I could see Chuck Liddell KOing him. So yeah, those are my predictions for UFC, Liddell versus Franklin. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it's a good card. I know I'll be watching. Yeah, that's all I got. Really, I'm actually looking forward to this, which I think may surprise some people, but it has some interesting fights that I really want to know the answers to. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. Hopefully y'all get to catch it too. Bye-bye.